Hey kids, want to build a fucking railgun? Okay. So in this stream, I'm going to build an electronics kit. I think I got this one from Amazon. Not sure. Dear God, Ash. And this one is sold as an electromagnetic, I don't know what the word they use, electromagnetic processing kit. It's a railgun. And here is the actual coil that will shoot the railgun. And here's some PCBs. So let's get this soldering iron tent up because I did just change tips. There's my bender. And where'd my snips go? Just keep it over here. All right, let's get some stuff out of here. Okay, got some wires. Shit. Something just fell. I'll look for that in a minute. Okay. LEDs. Switch. Switch. Let's see here. That's transistor. Transistor. Another more different LED. An inductor. Bunch of resistors. If you're going to get into electronics, you're going to see resistors come in two flavors. Let's see if I can get this to focus, you fuck. These are blue, and you can see it's got colored bands on there. That's how you can tell the resistance. There's a color system. I'm not going to teach that because I also have to look it up. Luckily, the kits usually come labeled. In this case, it's a 1K resistor. There's another kind of resistor that comes out that the outside is yellow, and it makes seeing the band so much easier. And of course, none of the kits like this ever come with it. Okay, these are railgun ammo, so you can go right over here. That's what I'm hoping I dropped. There's the actual barrel, quote unquote, for the railgun. Piece of paper. And these are 5K ohm resistors. And so we got 10K, 1K, 5K, and 470K. All right, another LED, transistor. Oh, here are two diodes. And we're going to set this apart. And yes, I am reading the fucking manual, and translation has some issues. Do I have tea? No. But I do have a cup for my friends at the Art of Lore show, but it's got water in it. If you're working with a kit and you've got resistors and I didn't label them for you like these are, like here, 470K. That's what our buddy Mr. Multimeter's for. You can set it on the ohm setting here, what you think it's going to be, go a little bit higher, and then test it. Because honestly, I can never read the colors on a blue resistor. It's metal film and carbon film. I don't remember which one's which. And one of the beefiest capacitors I've seen outside of like high, like mains level electricity or those old disposable cameras. The flashes were usually charged by one of these, but beefy boy. Oh, pro tip: if you're looking at an older piece of video games tech, like say 1990s, it doesn't work. It's probably capacitors. One stream I'm going to do in the future, I'm going to recap a Game Gear, the second handheld of the 90s, and fix that. But that's for the future because there's a lot of shit to that. Okay. This is something I 3D printed off a file. I am never putting that on here. This lets me bend leads. So let's start with let's do some resistors. And the good thing is, I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. But you can see like it's labeled here 5K resistor. So let's find R1. Right here, it's a 5.1. And so that's a 10K. We're going to sit you over there. 5K. I love the Game Gear. It's a really good system that's bogged down by the fact that it ate batteries like it was going out of style, and that it's hard to get one that still works. I've owned multiple Game Gears over the years and never had one came out that worked out of the box since I owned one as a kid. All right. Now, just one good thing about resistors, they're not polarized, so I can put them right in. See how that bender worked? And soldering out. I use the flat knife edge tip. Majority of the time, if you buy a solder iron, it's going to have just the regular conical tip. Those are perfectly fine. Works for nearly everything. I like the flat edge ones more. It's a personal preference thing. Yes, Aiden, I've got hands. I'm making a railgun. You don't put solder on the tip like this and then bring it over. It won't stick. You do that to tin the tip so it'll stick better. But you go to the pad, let that heat up for a while, and then feed the solder to it. Just like that. Yep. And then focus, you fuck bucket. Makes a nice little round ball. Yes, Bob, you did. Probably better to call it a coil gun. Same fucking difference. I'm a mechanical engineer, not an electrical one. Heating that up. Blowing that beautiful solder. This wire here, what this does, it cleans off the tip of any excess stuff. I usually wipe it off after every joint I solder. And then I'm going to trim the leads off. Not too worried about getting them flush. Close enough, but I mean, pretty good. I'm not an expert. I'm just a hobbyist. All right, one resistor down. Let's see where the other 5K ones are. I like boards like this for learning soldering because it puts everything on the board, which is nice, especially for things like this big ass fucking capacitor that is polarized, so it has to go in a certain way. Capacitor built with fine ash. Pardon me, people. Oh, thank you, Bob. I'll have to follow you back once I'm off stream. All right, and so R1's done. R6 looks like a 5.1K capacitor, so he is next. Here's the bender. You can, of course, just bend leads by hand, but this is way easier. And no aim because I am pretty much spending most of my time staring straight down, so you just get a nice view of my thinning spot on my hair. I bent that one lead pretty shittily, but it'll go through. Get in there, you fuck. Oof. Put those back. Okay. Going to heat this up. Just put that on the tip. These actually have pretty good sized pads for soldering, which is really nice because some of these things have really small pads, which is hard to heat up. There we go. A little too quick on the draw on that one. And snippy, snippy. When you're snipping leads, it helps to put a hand on them, finger on them, because they will fly fucking everywhere, and these will get all in the carpet. And a lot of times I've found one of these by stepping on it. And have I burnt myself? Absolutely. In fact, it might be healed now. There was one night when I was still using a conical tip that I accidentally stabbed into my hand with it. That hurt. Don't try that at home, kids. Okay, where's the other 5K resistor at? Huh. Nothing on that board. Sometimes you, with a kit like this, because they're made lowest common bidder, you may get extra resistors. I keep them. These things last forever. I've got a box of resistors over there because you can buy electronic components for nothing. Oh, hey, Nate. And NSA won't say a word because this kit came from Amazon. It's not that strong of a railgun. It may be able to put this round, which I guess through a soda can, but yes, Trevor, I did just take down a classic combo. You ain't got room to talk there. I didn't have beer with mine. Okay, let's see what R2 is. R2 here. Someone make the joke. That's a 10K. Man, it's going to be hard for me to get this on there. So, the 40. In case someone's going to ask, no, I'm not aware of any time that there's a 40K resistor. 40K ohm. Man can dream. Let's do these 10Ks. One of the coolest pieces of electronics gadgetry that I know of is a lead bender that cuts them too. It looks like it's like a pistol grip. And so you put the component in the top here, and it will bend and cut the leads all in one. Live long and prosper. But they're expensive, so I don't own one. If you're asking what I just had, this here is for a thermometer, and I was using to make sure that my soldering iron was calibrated well. That's a good question. Most of the stuff isn't flammable. Please do not ask me why I'm sure of that. Clicky click. I wished I had one of the quote unquote good resistors to show you guys the difference. Functionality wise, they still resist just as well. It's just so much easier to read the colors. Oh, you're taking a little lot of heat. There we go. That's also part of it. That's a little dirty. This is called flux. When you see the smoke coming off the soldering iron, it's actually the flux on here burning up. Hey, thank you, Wayne. So I'm going to have a little bit on here and watch. This will smoke pretty damn good. In case anyone asks, no, it doesn't taste good. If I die via fart by building a railgun, I'm sorry, I'm going to heaven proud. Well, let's be honest, I'm probably not going there. And time to watch the flux burn. Yeah, that's much better. Flux, when it burns off, it cleans the joint and the pad, so it helps. It does look like a big ass tube of Carmex. I have a piece of paper towel nearby. Consistency is kind of similar to Carmex. I'm not gonna lie. No. Anyone who's watching, if you're interested in learning soldering, go with lead solder, lead core solder. It's not that much lead in it, and lead-free solder sucks. No, Ash, I will not. Tell you what, next one shot, you can wear some. All right. I had him up a little bit high, but I'm not fucking worried about it. There's 5K. We're going to set you aside here. You're going to my parts bin later. Next up, another 10K, and we're going to have an extra 10K afterwards. You know what? I'm just going to bend this one by hand. Autofocus is going to be my biggest enemy in all these streams. It's almost like I'm doing this on the cheap. Jeez, Aim, thank you. Fluxy, fluxy. I need to crimp down that brush that is falling. There's some smoke. Put a little more in there. Make sure I get a good connection. Just a little more here. Yeah. Please don't ask that or answer that. Excuse me. Now, I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure water tastes better out of an Art cup. Just saying. Let's see what we got next. I'm gonna say the 10K will go over here. Oh, a little bit of fuel. Don't get me started on why disposable vapes are usually a bad idea. Playing WoW and here build a rig. Why are you surprised that I'm building a railgun, Nate? Yeah, okay. So the 470Ks, there's only one, but they gave me an extra one. So you go over here now. Is Raid Shadow Legends still a thing? Okay. You're always going to have a shit ton of resistors in any project. That's just, they're one of the most basic components, that capacitors. Although, you rarely will have one this big in a kit. This is a 100 volt capacitor. Normally, I avoid kits that use main voltage, but this is obviously a bit different with a railgun. Normally, I do stuff in the USB range, which is 5 to 10 volts, something like that. And actually, though, the power supply for this is going to be two AA's, which I should have grabbed before we started this, but I'll grab that when we get everything put together. Right. A little bit of slack there. Up. It's crazy how well it flows when I put flux on it. I need to use that shit more often. Ooh, that was spicy. You can tell you've got a good joint when it makes a ball, just round, nice and round ball. Needs to float in there. Now, technically, you can get away with not trimming leads, but it's very likely you get a short in there because that's stuck on the flux. It comes with this acrylic outside case. I hate these because taking this paper off sucks. You'll see that later on. Okay. And we have another resistor. Yeah, we've got a 1K. Okay. 1K resistor. And I got 4 new resistors for my kit. I've never tried HelloFresh. I've kind of thought about it, but also for a single guy, it's kind of expensive. It's good that I do this stream like this because I talk with my hands a lot. Really, Ash? This isn't tobacco, buddy. When that vape here runs out, I'll probably do a stream where I harvest the battery. That's why I'm not surprised we produce a lot of plastic. It's why a lot of friends I have in real life, I tell them if they have disposable vapes, let me have it when it's empty, because there's a full lithium battery with a USB port built in right there, and it's going to go in the trash otherwise. Oh, I need to put the flux on. I love the smell of flux in the evening. I could put a little more than that on there. I'll go ahead and just say it now. Part of the reason why I do not like disposable vapes, especially the tobacco ones that are super cheap, is we're throwing away very nice lithium batteries for no fucking reason than because we can. You see head. Why did I lean in too far? My eyes aren't the best, alright? I'm old. Ash, if you think I'm ever going to have that be an option in this stream, you're a fucking idiot. Hair reveal. Okay, I believe that's all the resistors. What does RTFM say next? Diode and I guess that's no, it's not an inductor. Ooh, it's a diode? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a diode. Okay. So the EZ is the D2. That's Benju. Diodes are a one-way valve for Ash, you fucking worry me. For electricity. And these are polarized. So you see it's got this little line. Come on, focus, you butt fuck. It's got a gray line right here. It needs to be on the right spot, because if it's in the backwards, if it's backwards, it will not let electricity through, and that would be a little bit of a detriment. Man, those are some big damn leads. That's barely going to fit on there. Flux it. Flux it. Can't flux it. Fuck it. Back over here. Heat it up. Flow in there. Oh, man, these do take a while. Damn, that's a thick lead. The thick lead. Ah, fuck me. Normally, I mean, it's about twice the size of the other leads. That's not sure why, but I put it on my Twitter and my threads there, Ash. I saw that Discord message. Yes, it is. That other diode go. Look at this little tiny thing. There's no way I'm going to be able to get on camera, but right here at the top, there's a clear spot. Okay. Yeah, the black line. Whew. That's the worst part of diodes, is they are tiny. I concur, Bob. You know what you should do is, every time Ash does the Bob thing, he has to drink Lipton. What the fuck, Ash? Really? Otter. Lego. That's not the best joint. I'm terrified I'm gonna do something wrong, and that after I build this whole thing, it's not gonna work. Be a hell of a first stream, wouldn't it? Did I do the best job putting the diode in there? I don't fucking care. Okay. Believe. Okay, on an LED, it's gonna be hard to see this. Come on. Come on. Alright. It looks round, but there's one side that's flat. It can take a little bit of trouble shooting to find it. Because LEDs are light emitting diodes, so like this diode, it's a one-way switch. And luckily though, it's going to be labeled on here. And positives right there. You can see where it's printed on this sheet. LEDs are, you see how it's got one lead that's longer than the other? Excuse me one second. Excuse me. The longer leg of the LED is your positive, the anode, and the shorter leg, as you would guess, is your cathode. If you're old like me, you remember TVs being cathode ray tube CRTs. Fun thing is, that means it's essentially a particle accelerator. Also, a lot of times on LEDs, I suck at this. The pads will be square and round. Usually the square is the positive one. Solder? Luckily, with surface tension, it'll flow nicely around that square. And that is the worst iron wool. I'll buy another one. Fuck it. What did I just say earlier about leads flying off? Here's your fucking object lesson. Let's see. Blue. We're all guilty of giving places like AliExpress and Temu shit. I'll tell you now, though, buying electronics components of them is not a bad thing because they're pretty much the same ones that are used in everything else, and they're cheap and easy to find. Also, Amazon and eBay are your friends for anything electronics. Huh. Got a paper cut in my hand. Looks nice. Very nice. And click because I have no idea where that other lead went. Afraid I'm going to find that the hard way later on. It's stuck in this fucking plugs. Right. And one more. I've got an extra LED. Okay. Go along with the 400 or 500 other ones I've got in storage. I miss Radio Shack. Oh man, I'd love to have a Radio Shack. The other company that I wish still existed, and this is before most of our time, is a company called Heathkit. And they made kits sort of like this, but they were things like full bore televisions, um, stuff like that, telephones even. And that'd be a fun project. Of course, now, if I was going to do a project with something with a screen on, I'd just buy a cheap fucking LCD. Safe word is Mattel. You are still spicy? That kind of sucked. If there is a tool you're seeing on my desk, which obviously I keep it well organized, let me know if you want to know something more about it. I'll explain as best I can. Yeah, you did rent your landline from the telephone company way back. I didn't trim that lead very well. There we are. Okay, we got some LEDs. What's next? Inductor. God, look at this ugly ass thing. Okay, this one, see on the inductor, it's mostly brass, but then it's got some colors. That tells you which end is where. In this case, L3. Okay, these go. Oh, this is going to be a mess getting these leads in there. Always an email from LinkedIn wanting me to subscribe to somebody I don't give a fuck about. God. It's like the electronics version of hentai. Can't put these together right. Inductors and transistors are some of the most fun to solder because all the fucking legs. I don't really want to get my tweezers out. That may be necessitated. I hope you all enjoy watching me get very fucking frustrated with a component. Okay, you guys are all no. God, piece of fuck. That was fun. Let's never do that again. I mean, the jokes write themselves. Looks. This section is sponsored by CarMax. Come on there. Okay, this flows really well here. That's nice. This is actually the first time I've used flux paste soldering. And I think it's not going to be the last, because this is a hell of a lot easier. The only thing that was worse than the inductor is a surface mount component, and I'll show you one. I'll grab a Game Gear in a minute and show one. Nate, I was saving that joke for later because when I wire this capacitor in, I'm going to put flux on it, so therefore it will be a flux capacitor. And if I remember correctly, there is an actual flux capacitor that exists. It doesn't do the obvious thing. I don't think I really need to mention that, but yeah, just in case. All right, speaking of capacitor, here's the big boy. Notice it's got this big, nice stripe on here. That's the negative. And how does it go in on this? Okay. Good Lord. Wants to bend it over a little bit? Yeah, they do. Okay, good. Let's see here. I want it too far. God, that's a beefy cap. I'm not gonna be able to bend that lead over. Damn. And now it's about to be a flux capacitor. I put a little more flux in there, but I don't fucking care. Yes, there's a lot of smoke coming up. It's most of the flux. I do have a window open, so I'm not too worried about ventilation here. They do actually make, though, machines that set up about like a box. Literally just to remove the stuff out of the air. Just so I make sure that it holds. Because, like I said, that thing is huge. That's a, in all honesty, that's probably the biggest capacitor I've ever soldered. Fume, not really a fume hood. It's more about hand height. I've seen people actually build them out of computer fans, and wow, that one jumped off with some force. I do not have the space for a full chemical fume hood. I also don't really want to mess with chemicals because I don't trust myself. Although my chemical formulary is underneath my record player over there if I did want to look something up. Okay, and now let's get the actual coil. Fuck over there. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Look at all of those. At least it was just a fan. Okay, pay attention to the solder wire. Goes up. Okay, well, that's easy. What I really like about the instructions for this kit, and I would try to show you, but I just don't think I can get the camera to focus correctly, is it doesn't call it soldering. It calls it welding, which I guess. Some flux in there. I really okay. That's a thing. That did that. Okay, cool. doing a diagonal like this just so it'll hold still while I get the rest of it. There we go. Oh yeah, power supply fans are a bitch. Most of the time, if I was going to mess with a power supply fan, I'm just going to replace the damn thing. Um, Soldering does use two materials, but also with welding, you're technically, depending on the type, you're usually welding something else. Like classic stick welding does have some material in there. Believe TIG and MIG do. I do not know how to weld. I know of them, but I live in a small one-bedroom townhouse, so I'm not going to learn to weld anytime soon. Plus, welding costs a lot. I'd actually like to learn, though. I'm not going to lie. What about the quick breading? Some more. Ah, damn it. This is going to be a difficult one. With the whole being round thing, it does make things a little more iffy. Banana bread. Ash, I am not Fable. Oh, I did not get that off there very well. Oh, hey, Keeper. Yeah, ooh, we're not going to talk what I just did. I've seen them before on here, especially like, you open up Twitch, you see that channels you may like, even though they don't have anything to do with anything you've ever watched. And cooking has showed up a couple times. That's too tall. Hey. That'll work. Okay. I'm actually I'm rather happy with those joints. That's honestly some of the best I've done. I have breadboards downstairs where I keep some other parts, but I'm not going to bring them back for this. I may for a stream eventually. Ooh, boiled cider. I love me some apple cider. Where did my Stimpies go? There you are. Oh, hot balls. That actually kind of hurt. Oh, Rory, you probably do the other kind of soldering, don't you? Oh, these things are about shot. That's all right. These are like $2 a piece, and I buy them by a dozen. I'll go grab another pot if I need it. There is a coil. Roll up low coil. Pew. Never tried that kind of soldering, but I do have a blowtorch. Do not ask why. Oh, I need to put the. Okay. Fuck. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow, these are. Oh, that is nasty. The fuck? That is some of the nastiest adhesive. Okay, let me tin this wire up. This is one of the few times that I'll bring the solder to the item because it's a very tiny wire and I don't really want to go over and grab my helping hands. Slip you through. I may have to though. Hoping to avoid it. Fuck this. There's a reason why this shit exists. No rosin, but I've got flux. Let's see here. And okay, red goes here. Do is I'll just that. Yeah, fucking course. After I go get the fucking helping hands, now it sticks in there. Cause fuck me, why not? Stay. What? I spoke too soon. It's not gonna be my best joint. Okay, now I can get some actual solder in there. You in there. Yeah. Ooh, that is an ugly joint. Fucking ugly joint. Ugh. So glad I did this where everyone can fucking see it. Oh, good. Yeah. Now, of course, the wire comes out a little bit. Okay. Technically, I could have just used the red and black however I wanted, but I like keeping the colors separate because it lets me remember very easily what's positive and what's negative, and I'm going to forget that. Where'd that black wire go? There you are. Oh, yeah, red and black one. Hmm. Damn it. Black, red and black, red and black. Huh. Did I drop it whenever I got up? Yes, I did. No, I did not. Okay, well, that's not a good thing. It's just pretty sad that I have lost where that black wire went. Huh. Let's see how many wires I need. 2 there, 2 there. Battery clip, which is over here. There he is. Oh, that's why I was confused. This is going to be really hard. It actually pulled some of the red wires wrapping off. That is terrible. Okay. Oof. That is garbage. Just, that's a hell of an adhesive, though. I'll give them that. Okay. I was honestly about to just go grab something out of my jumper wires for the breadboard we were talking about. Just do it that way. Just cut the fucker open. I do not need to now. Okay. Wire. What's next? Oh, I've got to use the acrylic shell. Son of a bitch. Put you over here. Hate these things. I'm probably not even going to unwrap them because taking this paper off is just a pain in the ass. Okay. Okay. It goes this way. Take the screw off. Yes, Ash, I'm going to be back in after this stream is over. Oh, I didn't get the other washer. Shit. There we go. Why they serrated this? Because I don't want to go get pliers. Okay. Okay. Okay, like this. Okay, so black. Oh, I'm gonna fuck this up. I should have got more water. That's okay. Oh, well, we're gonna get to see me resolder something because one picture showed the wires this way when it should be the other way. That's fucking outstanding. I don't care if I don't get it through the hole, as long as the joint holds. Ugly, ugly joint. But nothing we can't fix. I take it back. I'm kind of happy because it took me this long to fuck something up. There we go. Out fucking standing. Okay. Get you in here. I am going to get my tweezers out. Yeah, they are. Ouch. Okay. Oh, this is going to be fun. Good amount of slack here. I probably should have gotten a smaller tip. There we go. Good enough. I do really want to build a very strong laser diode. It's a matter of the housing and what size. Ideally, I'd want to do something I can burn things with. Because if you're going to build a laser yourself, why wouldn't you build one you can burn shit with? Back in there. There we go. No, I think it's come out. Touch it up for hot glue gun later. Okay, and A2. Okay. Rewiring this. This will go right here. Then I'm going to do another wire from K2 positive to the other terminal of the switch. And I like the clicky. It could be a little clickier. But it's not bad. Not bad clicky. I really enjoy tactile switches. Something more satisfying about a button that makes a noise than just screen. This is gonna be a bitch. If you want to see someone who's actually really good at soldering like this, look up YouTube named Big Clive. He's an actual electrical engineer. Been doing this longer than I've been on Earth. And he solders everything in one hand. It's kind of insane. Like, I'm almost certain now that something ain't gonna work. I don't care. This has been a fun stream hanging out with you guys. Ship switch. K1, okay. Of fucking course. You're a solder sucker. I almost got all of it. Let's try to get in there. Ooh, that's a bigger glob of flux than I wanted to make. Yeah. Yep, my dumbass wired it to the wrong one. Too busy talking to friends. Instead of doing my fucking soldering, right? Get on there. Huh. Well played. Acquaintances, I guess. Okay, now this is one of the things I have issue with on these kind of kits is I don't fucking read the manual like I'm supposed to, and I get really, really fucked up. And it. Kind of would like to put some music on, but copyrights are a thing, and there's still some solder on there. I don't fucking do it. There we go. God, it has been that long, hasn't it? That is actually the best that vacuum solder sucker's ever worked. Kind of impressed, I ain't gonna lie. One of those things, well, har, they suck. But that time, I thought I was gonna need to use desoldering braid, and I didn't. That'll work. Since I mentioned it, desoldering braid. It's literally just like flat copper. You place it on the joint, hold the iron on it so it gets warm, and it'll just wick up solder. I think the MacGyver theme would be better with this, Nate. Oh, I didn't tin that wire. Shite. Oh, solder sucker. I've really thought about giving in and buying one of the actual vacuum desoldering pumps that has a full-on heated tip like a soldering iron. I don't really want to spend the money if I don't have to, and I've got the cheap and normally reliable-ish alternative of a desolder pump and braid. But if I decide to upgrade my solder station, that'd be something I make sure it includes, because they are useful. I should have bent that down. We're having big hands sucks. I don't think that's gonna work. That'll do. Just put it in a little bit. No, that's actually softening it very well. Because hentai's an easy joke. Okay. God, this is becoming a mess. Next side, ship switch. Oh, that's satisfying. Bullshit, you don't kink shame. You shut the fuck up right now. It's gonna click in. Oh, yep, there we go. Every single one of these pairs is split up and left a red stripe on the black. They still make red stripe beer? I don't drink anymore, so I don't really pay attention. Although I did see Killian's in stores the other day, and I was excited to see that stuff. It's spicy. Might as well just tin the other end while I'm here. There we go. Rory, you have no idea how many of these kits I've fucked up. Doing them stoned isn't always the best option. There's a good chance this one's going to come in fucked up. But you know what? That'll be all right. It's been fun hanging out with you all. Okay. Let's see. Really? My cat just got mad because the closet door is shut and she can't get in there. All right. There's up. Plus, okay, K1 goes to the bottom one. Okay. Just get the wires in here and then soldered, and that'll be make life a little bit easier on me. Can you guys tell that I'm self-taught? Hasn't been readily apparent at all, has it? I don't want her up here because very, very hot soldering iron. But I will send you a pic in a minute. In fact, there you go, Ain. Earlier, when she got onto my desk, excuse me, because the laptop that I'm streaming on gets very warm. And, well, she gets into fucking everything, so I don't really want her near a 700-degree Fahrenheit soldering iron. You're gonna be a little fucking pain, aren't you? Yeah. That went better than I thought it was going to. I'll be damned. Ooh. Didn't realize I didn't have it muted. Thank you, Ash. Okay, so K2. Okay, this one goes up here. Oh, God, this is a nightmare. Oh, fuck, I'm just going to leave these damn things out. Put this screwdriver's over. Well, I don't really want to go downstairs to the fridge to get more water. I don't drink tea. Never really have. Occasionally in winter, Earl Grey or English breakfast, but it is exceedingly rare. I don't really like milk in my tea. I also drink my coffee black, so I mean, it could be related. But yeah, that was shitty. It kind of does. I'll do it. Yeah, that's in there. You're not wrong, but okay. Next up, battery box. Let's move. Oof, these wires have been like hell. Go over here for a minute. Yeah, but Ash and our defense, that's some really damn good coffee. Not sponsored, obviously, because no one gives a shit about my stream besides you guys. But I drink Death Wish on a regular basis, which is double caffeine coffee. And it's a tad bitter. But when I had a job that I was doing 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., it really helped me. I do not miss those days. Yeah, a lot of people don't, and it's an acquired taste. Be very, very polite. I still have a sticker of it on my car. Hey. Man, they really wires that damn long, and the pads are right fucking there. Yeah, pad. You could tell they just grabbed a generic AA holder. They tin up these pads real quick. It might be. And they're not tinned up there. Fucking about to be. They were not. So I've got the spare space. I'm gonna solder this in from the side. Way I can just mount the battery holder in a minute. Shit, stay put, you little fucker. Put a little more on you. Man, you do not want to sink in there. There, you know. There it goes. Okay. Bet she's inside. I'm going to mount with one of these. You see how small these damn things are? Oh, that's going to be a bitch. Okay. Game 3. At least, man, not only do I really approve, I'll get that holder later. Do I really approve of them using metric? I really, really approve of them telling me what size to use. Because I don't give a shit what anyone says. The metric system beats Imperial. And let's see, M3, M3. Here, boy. Part of why I dislike Imperial could be related to the fact that I really fucking hate fractions and I forgot the two. Forgot the transistors. Well, triodes, but whatever. It's gonna be interesting. These, they're half moon shaped, so that makes it a little bit easier. But you've got to bend two legs out like that. Fucking looked right over that damn thing. And then put like a little crease in so it'll go. And they are both 9013s, which is nice. It means I ain't got to worry about which one's which. I can just put them into the fucking thing and be done. If you asked me, and I don't care if you did or not, because I'm going to tell you, transistor is one of the top 3 most important inventions in human history. Also, the single most manufactured item ever. There are more transistors made each year than there are grains of sand on every beach on Earth. It's getting a little too close to that one. I have to trim that, but that's okay. Good thing with these nice chunky pads is it takes a lot of heat in real quick and makes it easy to trim. Hey, Ash, remind me, which one of us has a higher degree again? Fucking nerd. Ooh, I messed that up. Yeah. Now let's reflow that. Actually, I'm going to um, yep. Much better. I need to look into 3D printing a transistor lead bender. They're a pain in the ass. Ash, the entire time you've known me, you're just now learning I'm a nerd. Transport plane. There we are. Half moon shape. I mean, you're literally watching me do a stream where I'm putting together electronics. Only way I could do nerdier if I had a shirt that I could use a pocket protector with. But I am wearing a Sony PlayStation shirt that does not have a pocket. That flowed very well. Rugged geek. Now there's an oxymoron. All right. That is all the components. So apparently what I did drop earlier was just another piece of ammo, which this looks just like round steel stock. Spores, mold, and fungus. Well, that's illegal in this state. Holy shit, these are tiny. Cheez-Its? Don't have any at the moment. That is a snack I'm pretty fond of, though, so that's not out of the question. Okay. Ugh. 3 screws. You all will probably enjoy this phrasing. I need to use an M3 by 12 screw to penetrate the isolation column. LOL. Redneck engineering is definitely a different thing, but MacGyver is my patron saint. Let's see here. I am going to avoid getting pliers out if at all possible, just because I'm not sure where I've got mine at. Yeah, MacGyver did it with just a Swiss Army knife. Imagine we had a multi-tool. Since you guys are pretty much the only audience I'm ever going to have, if you think of a project you'd like to see me try to put together within reason, Ash, let me know and I'll look into doing it. Ash, to really narrow, sorry, Ian, I think said it. Redneck Engineering, my actual senior project in college was a moving target for practicing firearm usage. Well, I can't put together a proton pack because I'm not a nuclear engineer, let alone am I a physicist. But above my work desk, which is to my left, I do have the patent drawing for a proton pack as a poster. And on the other side of that is the patent drawing for a 1911 pistol. And this nut's not want to go in. Okay, very nice. I'll go ahead and fix the battery holder. I believe that's the one it's going to be. That's a pain in the ass. Twitchy tweezers. Ash, the issue you're going to have is the bottom of a proton pack, where the 3 red lights are that spin in circular succession, is what's called a cyclotron because it cycles protons and or molecules really, in a circle until they speed up. And on the prop, it's about 12 inches wide, 30 centimeters, and 30 centimeter cyclotrons do exist. And they're only really able to be moved with a forklift. Surprisingly, I'm not forklift certified. Oh, a little bit of static ain't gonna hurt this. Yeah, it is way too narrow, you're right. There we go. Oh, night blindness is kicking in here. God. I like metric and all, but man, smaller metric is a little bit too small for my hands. Big ass sausage fingers doesn't help. I will say this though, the more I use it, the more I really, really love this tool set I got from Amazon. Yes, Ash. I'm just going to circumvent the laws of physics. That's what I'm going to do. If I was going to do that, I'd build a fusion reactor and be so rich and make Elon Musk feel poor. What the hell? Did they not? Oh, don't tell me that this is. Oh my god. Really? Oh my god, the hole's off. Holy shit, it is. Fucking Chinese eat 'em. Okay, come on. You know what? Fuck it. Going to tighten the shit out of this. We're going to call that good enough. It's the worst part of any of these kits because this is acrylic. It's supposed to be cut right, but yeah, it's supposed to be. God, this sucks. I'm gonna put this on. Be right back. I'm gonna go grab some batteries. I'll be back in just a moment. I have actually not seen acrylic nails. As promised, top grade double A's, Harbor Freight's finest. And I thought it was muted, honestly. And now, no more empty mug. There's no way this is going to work. sure it's a double eight. This is one of the tightest battery holders I've ever seen. Almost like it should be double or triple A instead. Well. Oh. You have green is on. That means something. Where did the little barrel go? This is probably not gonna work. Holy shit. Not very powerful, but it fucking worked. Holy hell. Let's see that again. There's manicure. Where did the barrel go? So I'm feeling that'll make it work a little bit better. Speaking of acrylic bullshit, I really need to not do these things when I get high. Oh, there you go. Barrel. Okay. It's not the size of the railgun, right? I mean, I didn't expect I was going to get a naval railgun out of this. The thing is, I could use my benchtop power supply over here to put more oomph into it. But I'm afraid the circuits aren't really built for that, but pew pew. Oh, I mean, the coil is... I don't have my calipers handy. Let's say 20 millimeters. No, the Navy has full bore railguns in testing, and they're amazing. I can't fucking believe it worked. You know, I'm gonna do something stupid now. Yeah, but since everything's going through the LEDs are at least of this size are almost always 3 volts and 20 milliamps. I'll fry the LEDs. I bet to the diodes too, but let's see how much this hurts. Oh, it hurts so much. I can't fucking believe it worked. You. I'm I'm legitimately surprised by that. Okay, and so how does this put together? See, they tell you to what? Wow. The fucking Chinesium. The bullshit tells you to wire it this way and then go so that's underneath, not pointing out that you need to have the wires on top. Fuck you, we'll do it live. Let's see. Gonna do that. Still, I'm legitimately surprised that this worked the first time. Um, and can I make it pretty? I could 3D print a new case for it, design something. I could do it on stream because I don't have SolidWorks on this old laptop that I'm streaming from. And I can't imagine you guys would be entertained by me playing in SolidWorks for an hour. Then again, I don't understand you were entertained by watching me put this together for an hour, but I'm very glad you guys showed up. Damn straight. Oh, I did not burn all the flux off because it's sticky. That's alright. That's what isolation's for. I fucking believe this thing worked. And I'll be honest, thinking about this device with the size of this coil here, and yeah, I did use the right finger, and how fucking big that capacitor is, I don't think I've got the parts handy to make it any bigger than it is. Because, shit. Side, okay. One moment. Sorry, had to blow my nose. Figured you guys didn't need to hear that. Call me crazy. Wouldn't be the first. I can't play the song for LOL copyright reasons, but I have got That's What She Said by the Here Come the Mummy stuck in my head pretty badly now. This thing fucking worked. What the actual fuck? You, you, balls. Ash indeed separates. But as a wise man once said, you gotta keep them separated. I cannot fucking believe I get this kit right the first fucking time. I don't goddamn stand it. lock these in just to be, just to make something easy. Top tier, Rain. Top tier. I don't know if I really want to put the whole fucking acrylic together, but I guess I might as well because it's what the audience is here for. You fucking piece of dog ass. There's fuck all. Come on. Come on, you little shit. Yeah, this isn't fiddly at all. No worries. Good seeing you, Roy. Yes, yes, I am hearing your voices in my head. Snug these up. I don't keep time zones very well anymore. Where was that little strip of tape that included? Not too worried about that. I can always just duct tape the shit on later. Clean that little brush in a bit, but fuck it. Test run again. Let's see if I can hit the elixir of life. That made a cool sound. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there it is. I wondered what this little strip of paper was, and it is double stick tape, which is not a bad idea. My brother at one point had a girlfriend who did a semester abroad in London. And so London and India are the two foreign time zones that I know without looking. Well, London and Lyons, France, because that is where So Systems is based. That double sided tape did not do very well, but I don't fucking care. Oh, yeah, you're going to stick well. Okay. Should we do another one? Yeah, we should. Bing. That sounds cool. Hey, Ash, I literally have a shirt that has engineer spelled wrong, says I am an engineer, spelled wrong, struck out, and then finally says I'm good at math. Doesn't even shake your Pepsi up. Yeah. Aw. Oh, that's why it's not charged up all the way. Okay, okay. Ah, the capacitor's loading. I don't think the. Hmm. I do believe the red LED for 100% is not active. Okay, well. Yeah, let's get a little more oomph to it. The thing is, it takes a while. Like I'm here, you can't see because I've got it here. The green just means power's on. Blue is when it's 50% charged. This should be at 100%. And I think I just got a dullard of a red LED, which make it by the billion. Some of them's gonna be bad. And um, actually, the the limiting factor here is the size of the coil and this capacitor. And this capacitor is a 100-volt one, which I just don't keep because I do not work normally with voltages that high. Granted, this is going to be a low current circuit. I mean, 3.5, it's 3 volts, probably 20 milliamps. That was not coming back. We have reserves. Maybe we don't. Oh, I hope it's still heat them up, make them hard. I would get the one red LED that doesn't fucking work. If my guess would be if I put a larger capacitor and more voltage coming, I have to replace the diodes and the resistors though. It just shot backwards. That's fucking funny. I actually think that these batteries are running out of juice. That's pretty fucking hysterical. Because I mean we haven't done a whole lot here. That's pretty damn funny. I mean, the thing that I don't get though. Let's see here. Put this in here. Yep, and then oh, that's not gonna work either. This is what I do. Only thing about it is, oh, I'm gonna have to take off one of the fucking papers. Son of a whore. Let's see. The limiting factor we have here is just the sheer small size of the leads. So I'm not gonna put this together. Cranking it. Power's on. We got half power. I wonder, will it shoot a screw? Will not. Okay, well, that's fine. I think I'm about to have these batteries tapped. That's pretty fucking hysterical. That that was pretty loud. Send a video of this to some friends. Up. Come back here, you. Yeah, that one's gone too. I'm glad I got it on video that we shot it though. And oh, we still got one. Do I have another red LED? At this point though, I'd have to take it off, take the battery holder off, and then put it on. So that LED there is gonna fucking stay put. And I'm gonna turn it off so you guys actually see the LED sequence again. It's a nice little circuit, honestly. It's still capacitor was still charged. Uh, it's still got oomph to it. That was fucking funny. Let's see. Do I have something else that's really easier insulated? This is why if you work, a lot of people use microwaves, take old microwaves, get the transformers out. They got beefy transformers. They got the really fun radiation gun inside. The capacitors in there will kill you. And discharging that. Yep. Good thing is, technically, 100 volts is enough voltage to carry the current to kill you. Which is why normally I avoid anything above threshold. But if I'm going to discharge the capacitors, I'll do it here with insulated clippers. Next week, I don't know if I'm going to do a stream next week, Roy. I'm debating, do I want to repair a Game Gear next stream, or do I want to build the Bluetooth speaker? Oh, here. You never seen a Game Gear. You're hearing rattling noises because I have the screws taken out and they're in the battery compartment. Um, Pretty nice, colorful LED, and as a color screen that was released in the 90s, it's actually a portable master system, believe it or not. And a master system with some extra colors on the chip, and they made a converter where you could play master system games on here. Bluetooth Game Gear, I don't know what the reason why, where's my screwdriver? That Game Gears went through batteries so fucking quickly is this right here is actually a fluorescent tube. That's how it lit up the screen. The screen is just an LCD. But yeah, this thing right here takes up most of the batteries. And I'm gonna zoom. You're not gonna focus. These here are the capacitors, and they are what go bad in these things. And you'll see some photolytic ones up here. And then there's a couple on here on the soundboard. These are what goes bad. This one actually, there's a little bit of corrosion. It's gonna be hard to see on the camera. For the warranty, Sega doesn't even make consoles anymore. There's some corrosion here I'm going to clean off to fix this one. I honestly think both of them are repairable. I do have another one over there in my stock. I bought these at Mo GameCon this year for $20 each. This one, both of them do power on, but the sound on one is power's on broken. Yeah. And I keep screws in. Only one of them came with the battery cup doors, so I got to order some of those. That'd be a project. I have recapped some of these before. And these little assholes are such a pain to solder. I mean, and the kits that I buy now, instead of having the photolytic ones like a big boy here, but smaller, of course, they're actually ceramic ones. This is what's called surface mount because, as you can tell, it's mounted to the surface of the board. And there's some pads right there. You can't tell because this thing's on there. But I don't do surface mounting very often, so I'm gonna learn a new trick. And there are 20 LEDs in here. Or LEDs, excuse me. Capacitors. 20 caps in here, so fun long project. Um with the LED, do I have a red LED? You know what? Could do. I don't want to put the case together just because um I on these kits I've never gotten these acrylic things to stick well. And oh, here's gonna be the fun part. I'm gonna try to get this tape off. This tape is a fucking nightmare. Because if I put the case together, I'm going to have at least one side completely clear so I can see the LEDs inside. Cat Cam wouldn't help because she is not in the room anymore. About this time of night, there's a restaurant 2 doors down from my house. And their dumpster has some residents. And normally she can see them in the backyard a lot. Backyard is being very generous here. So I've got the kitchen window. She can sit out there and watch. And that's one of her favorite spots in the house. I bet that's where she's at right now. If she's not passed out on her other cat bed, there's one. Ooh. Apologies for the motion sickness. There's a cat bed over there against the spare closet. And then there's one downstairs. And that may be her current location, actually. What is it? Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. God. God, this sucks so fucking much. Fuck this. Oh, I'll tell you what. Ain, I promise you Monday or Wednesday I would tell you the story about me having an edible and getting stuck in a beer cave. So, this was July 4th. I think 2 years now. Might be 3 now. I had just got back from hanging out with my friend St. Louis playing D&D. My brother texts me. He says, hey, we're hanging out at my house. Just come chill with us. I'm like, all right. And I decided I'm going to get me an edible. And dispensaries here have these really nice THC sodas, including THC root beer. That's really nice. You can taste the medicinal qualities, but that kind of works for a root beer. Thing is, it is a 25 milligram, and 10 will normally put me on my ass, make me good for the night. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's the weekend. It's a holiday. I ain't doing shit. I might as well enjoy myself. So I take the full thing. And hadn't hit yet. And my brother decides, well, hey, let's order pizza from Emo's, which is the St. Louis pizza company. And they're maybe a block from his house. And he's going to order delivery. I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm not going to make them deliver a block away. So I said, I'll go pick it up. And there's a grocery store next door, and he asked if I could pick him up some beer. I said, okay, fine. And I haven't felt anything yet. And so I walk into the supermarket, and as I come across the sliding door, it hits me, and I am fucked. Turn to my left, I go to the soda aisle, and I stare there at the sodas for a good minute and a half before I realize these are not beer. Try again. So I go find a cooler, and I'm looking in this cooler for another minute because my brain is too fucked up to tell what's going on. I stared at the dairy counter for about a minute and a half, not realizing what I was doing. Finally, I get to the beer cave. I get inside, find his cheap swill. I'm too stoned to figure out how to open the door. Try pulling it, doesn't work. I thought I pushed it, didn't work. So I'm in there a good 5-10 minutes, not knowing how the fuck I'm getting out of there. Till finally I just figured it out. And so that's how I got myself shut up in the beer cave because I was too stoned to tell the difference. Hell of a bedtime story. The rest of these, I'm just gonna get fucking put in there. Don't fucking care. The sad thing was, I was the responsible adult that day because I was the one not drinking. Responsible is a spectrum. This is why I hate these fucking acrylic kits so much. Quite honestly, if you are someone who's ever consumed edibles, you have had an experience where you took more than you should have. I think there's a fucking issue right goddamn there. Yep. I gotta take another one of these off. Oh, hey, Dragon X. Didn't see you guys were in there. Thanks for stopping by. Turn my soldering iron off. I'm not using it. That's why I'm taking the paper off, X. Or Ash, sorry. I'm very sorry, X. That's one of the biggest insults I could have given you. Oh, that came off a little bit better. No. Oh. There. Okay. Oh, god damn. This isn't frustrating at all. That's what it did. Here we go. This sucks ass. This sucks ass. Sucks ass. Hold that in there. And I'm not quite certain. Said this sucks ass. I'd assume that someone who was English would speak English, but that's what I get for assuming. Oh, this is a pain in the ass. This is some bullshit. What I will probably end up doing is getting my hot glue gun out later. Once I remember where I've got that stored at. Not quite certain, to be honest with you. And seal this up. Oh, that's great. That's why. Oh, that's fucking glorious. Oh, this is this is mind reading. This is this is a fucking abomination. Hey, X. Holy shitballs, this is fucking terrible. I hate acrylic so fucking much. That's because I'm using the wrong one, because I'm a fucking moron. And of course, the holes are offline, so it doesn't work correctly. Because fuck me, that's why. Oh. Deep breaths. And center. Oh my, but this is a pain in the ass. Yeah, there's gonna be no way this is gonna sit in there right. Oh god damn. This this can fuck off. I believe the term is die in a fire. The issue we're having, let's see if no, is that battery holder and its holes don't quite match up like they're supposed to. Makes me wonder. And there's acrylic breakage. Okay, fuck it. X, in case you didn't get to see it, powering on. 50%. You saw how long it took that 50% to hit. These batteries are literally right out of the package. I just bought this pack yesterday, and they're about empty. It has some oomph to it, though. There's a reason why when I do these kits, I have so much trouble with the acrylic because they're never cut correctly, ever. They're not exactly precision engineered. Just notice on my soda can there's a logo that says metal can. I don't think I needed help to be told that. And you think that's charged up good enough for a full shot? You know what? Let's have a little fun. I got some stuff coming out. I got some bits that aren't want to stay put. I'll fix that. I'm wondering if I can read a full 100 volts across the capacitor. Let's find out, shall we? I'm assuming that there's 100 volts on here. And I'll put this where you guys can see this. And did I put it? Yeah, I'm on 200 volts. And oh, that's AC. I don't need that. Oh, that's why. Just the multimeter. And this thing does have a fuse in it, as all of them do. Yeah, you can tell the battery's low because this is a 100 volt capacitor. I'm only getting 52. Not exactly the creme of batteries, but most of them don't get put through this kind because there's probably a good amount of current going through here. All right, let's see. We're at 50%, so I would make it safe. It'd just be 50 volts by my count. Yeah, 35. So yeah, batteries are almost out. Lady, gentlemen, Ash, it has been fun having you guys hanging out with me while I worked on this stuff. But I'm going to call it a stream. Anyone else who showed up, thank you very much for showing up. But to finish it off, I'll give one more shot. Touch the capacitor because that'd be ouchy. But I'll have to do this again soon. hopefully in a couple weeks I'll do another project. But you all have a great night. I will see you all very soon. Try not to die.